Hi! I hope you did already the first 2 videos with the first 4 questions in it, so you get already on your track, on your own track concerning your weight loss and your goal. And you know, as I always say on set also on the first videos, goal setting is the most important, maybe the most important, and maybe the most neglected field in the entire diet industry. Diet, there are tons of it. There are tons of books with recipes and diets and everything around it. But this is the most neglected part of it. And I fill this part. You find it nowhere on the market out there. I didn't find it. And therefore, I have written those 5 books. You find the summary of those in the second video. I always have the green shirt. I keep on wearing my green shirt during the goal setting because it's matching. You know, goal setting has green in my book series. There are 5 books for the 5 big fields and steps to lose 20 kilo or more and keep it forever. We are putting in the work one time and then we keep it forever. So we have to have it personalized totally. And to make this, I help you. I did it for myself. I'm still personalizing here and then, still changing here and then my eating or drinking or trying out new things or my plans sometimes. I handwrite my plans until today. I have a structure, I change it, and so on. So, but now we are here in goal setting, the most neglected part of it all, because it has to be your goal, okay? Not anybody else's, not your doctor's, you have to lose 50 kilos, your goal. And when you found your goal, your own goal, where you click, you say, oh yeah. Then, this is the big fundament, this is kind of working from inside out. It kind of keeps you on track. If you have found your clicking goal, it will work by itself as motivation. So go through the questions of my book. Those are not reading books. There are tons of. If you want to have a diet book, don't buy mine. These are slim books because they're question books. I give you hints, yeah, and certain other things, but there are questions in those books. You find nowhere else, in my opinion. I didn't find it. And you have to answer those questions. And take the time to do it. 1 question per day, or per 2 days. And if you have done that, I have developed for each book, I have developed done a notebook. This is a sticker, it has around 110 pages, with a little pictures also in it. You know, you can color on each page their fruit or whatever. But you need a paper reserve to answer those questions. Okay, so now we go the third part. In the first, if you just cut in here, so please begin with the first video where you see me with the short, the green shirt. You should ideally follow the sequence, so it will be best for you, in my opinion. So now let's continue. After having the 2 big questions and the 2 smaller 4 questions until now, so you get a course or a book for free here. We go further in the goal setting book, okay? And the next is, you know, you have now in mind the 4 questions you have worked out for yourself, written a lot, cleared yourself, observed yourself in your daily life concerning those questions. Now we go further. And the next chapter is your big why, okay? Also in the 4 questions, you have here and then worked out your why. Now we go closer into this and come from a different direction, from a different corner, so that you get clear about all these settings you are in, okay? And now the next question is, why are you doing all of this now? Ask yourself. Why not only do you want to lose weight, why do you look for all of this? Why do you watch my videos? Why do you want all this really? What is really behind? This question is coming from a different angle. And you have to be very honest with yourself. If you answer this question, why am I doing this? Why am I submitting to losing weight? Or why do I have the feeling I want to improve in weight, in health? And when you really look for the why and you be very honest with yourself, and you finally, if you think it through, come out on the answer and say, basically, I want it because my partner wants it. I feel that I'm not attractive for him anymore. He's looking for other women or for other men. I don't know if you're a woman or man, whatever. I sense exactly that he doesn't like my body anymore. He doesn't find me attractive anymore. We hardly kiss each other anymore. And more, since 6 months we didn't sleep together anymore, whatever. No. If this is the real big why, really, after all of this, maybe it's not, but it's just an example, you know. But I want to say by this, if you have to honestly admit that you do it basically for somebody else. I don't say that you have to stop with it, because when you're really overweight and have illnesses and so on, it's also good for you. But if your primary why comes from somebody else, think twice. Look at the goal. Look at the first 4 questions in the first videos again. Write them again. And then come back to this. Why are you doing all of this here? And maybe also ask yourself, do I like this? Or do I have to force myself to watch the videos of this woman, this Goldie woman? I'm Goldie, by the way. I always forget to introduce myself, because, you know, my channel name, my name is in Goldie. And yeah. Or if your why comes out and you say, normally I feel good, my family is okay, my partner is okay, but my doctor always scares me with my blood data and my cholesterol and my weight. My doctor scares me. I'm 50 kilos overweight, and if I don't lose weight, then I blah 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 end up blah blah blah, you know. It's a goal that comes from outside on you, trying to get you to do something. I don't say it's bad. You know, being overweight is, in most of the cases, also healthily a real problem. But we are not to personalize it. I mean, a real goal is a goal where you click in. It's a personalized way to, yeah. And it's worthwhile, and it's maybe the biggest work to find this clicking goal for yourself. If you feel pressed and pressured, you know, there are a lot of reports from people who say, well, I wanted to lose weight because my partner always said I'm too fat and so on. And they didn't lose weight. Because innerly they kind of felt, I want to be loved for myself. You know, I have a great character. I'm a good-natured person. I'm a great mother or father, depending on which gender you are. And you know, I found it awful that he told me that I have to lose weight. I want to be loved for my character. And then they couldn't lose weight because they felt in a trap, to be in a trap. And maybe they only lost weight when they separated, because then they thought, I want it too. I want to go to the gym. I want maybe to find a new partner. I want to be fit again. I don't want to be exhausted after climbing a staircase. You know, then they finally made the step back to themselves. And they realized this goal that came from outside, in its core, also was my goal. But I didn't click in because I felt this pressure, because I felt that he is too shallow, to just don't find me attractive because of my outer appearance. You know, this is psychology. This has basically nothing to do with diet, eating, drinking, or sporting, because many people don't lose weight if they have an imposed goal. They feel entrapped, and they go on an inner counter reaction, spite, or whatever you would call this. You know what I mean by this. This is in this chapter. We have I have developed several questions surrounding your why, your big why. Why are you doing it? Why do you want this? Why are you doing all of this? And find the answer behind the answer behind the answer. Okay? Sometimes we tell ourselves, yeah, I want it too. I know I'm too overweight. Yeah, this is not the thing. If the answer behind the answer is that your partner thinks you're too fat and he wants or she wants that you lose weight, it's not your goal, you know? And you can tell 1,000 times to yourself, I want it too, I know it's good for me. Your body would say no, because you feel it's artificial. And maybe you want to be loved by yourself, by your character, and not just because you have a nice body. So this is, you see how important this is to find your goal, that you can blend out all the other ones. Maybe your doctor, your partner, mother, father, whatever, school, friends, co-workers, I don't know what's around you. You have to find your goal, not driven by the other people, by the outer world, but your goal, where you click in. And when you have found that this is not an easy process for many people. And you see in the questions I lead you through, how many things you could think about. Because sure, if you go in any kind of course, diet camp or whatever, you probably lose. But if it's not your goal, you know what happens afterwards, after this ananas diet, Hollywood diet, Victoria Beckham diet, diet camp, you know what happens afterwards? You want to go back to eat normal. Oh, that means fat, chips, ice cream, cakes, donuts, fat meat, pork, whatever. Yeah. You know what I'm going to, where I'm going to. It's so important that you find your goal, your big why. And if your big why right now ends up with somebody else, he wants, she wants, doctor wants, you know, you have to push it all away and to find your heart goal. This is also a chapter in the book, your heart goal. Okay? So this is the big why, and there are several questions to this. And then I think in the next, maybe I do the next chapter, some specifications a real goal should have. But this is, you know, if you didn't do the first 5 questions, the first 3 videos now, you can skip the characteristics because we are in the facts level. But the most important to get it straight in your heart, that you get on your own track. There are also facts to learn, yeah? But this is the most important thing, to find your goal, okay? And my goal is one of those, to get more followers, because I hope you see that this content is really valuable. And I know, not only by knowledge and learning and research and my degrees, but also by own experience about what I am talking here. I know the tracks. And I hope I can lead you around at least some of them. So please subscribe, press this little magic button down there. Yeah, this button. And become one of my followers. I would be so proud of that. And you will get great content here. And I promise you, I won't put on every day another video, so it's nerving you. No. I will make one video per week or per 2 weeks. So I don't have the time for doing it daily. Okay? So please subscribe and take my hand. And I think by taking my hand in this weight loss journey, you have a good chance, not a guarantee. Nobody can guarantee, because you are unique in the world. Nobody is like you, also not in losing weight and the why and all these questions I asked you. Those are your answers. You have to find your personalized way. But I help you finding it. And when you found it, you have lost this weight, 20 kilos or more, and can keep it forever. It will not be a diet. It will be a lifestyle, and you're going to love it. You're going to love it because it's yours. You put one time the work in with my 5 steps and fields of knowledge, my 5 books, maybe someday my course. And then maybe you have it for the rest of your life. And that's something. We don't go back to normal shit. No. We go to the haze of, you know, we go for the diamonds, not for the shit. Okay. I wish that you put in the work to do the questions. Watch those videos several times. Let me be your coach, at least here on YouTube. If you want to be coached personally, get in contact with me, write me something. But here on YouTube, maybe it's sufficient for you. But find your own way. Don't let anybody impose a diet on you. We won't go back to normal. We go for diamonds. We go for the real thing. Okay? So I wish you luck until my next video. Bye.